Okay, let's get the stream started by turning on New Vegas Vision and booting New Vegas. Now, reason I am late by 10 minutes is I actually got up 10 minutes later than normal. Weird coincidence that it just so happens to delay Amy, but that's how much I'm delayed by. Can't rush a bowel movement. And I need to have a bowel movement every morning. Part of routine. So, that's the reason why I'm late. So, we're back to New Vegas and I'm on for the Enclave. Except, why am I in Good Springs? Oh, I must have been waiting something. That'll be it. I was waiting something out. I was waiting out its setups. That was a derp. I was just forgot what I was in Good Springs for a moment. Oh, fuck. Stream chat viewer needs refreshing every single fucking video. Every time! You know, I need fast travel out here so everything reset properly. And let's face it, there is absolutely fucking no. Even if I straight lined it, I'd probably come across like one, maybe two things, because there is absolutely nothing in New Vegas whatsoever. It's the best improvement Fallout 4 New Vegas can do, and that's actually make shit exist in New Vegas. Because I don't care. Oh dear. Not a rad scorpion. It's not even worth looting. You know, compare Fallout 4 to Fallout New Vegas. At least everything except folders, pretty much, is worth looting in Fallout 4, at least as junk. In New Vegas, 90% of the stuff isn't even worth looting, even if you're on a specialised build. You know, it's like most of the stuff just isn't worth even touching, let alone actually picking up.
I still don't understand what that ghoul is about to roam Henderson, filthy creature.
Find a general who's probably in the briefing room or his quarters. There's got to be one of the two, surely. I can't let that slide. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't let that slide. Pip-boy. I just can't let that slide, I'm sorry. Now to update the chat viewer so it can actually reflect that change, because otherwise that's going to bug me the entire time. That's better. Sorry, this kind of thing really annoys me. How do you always, you know, how do you wake people up to speak to them? Do you just prod them and hope?
Now we've opened a whole new can of worms. While we had no choice but to act against the Richardson, we are still deciding our course of action on that front. For now, that's none of you. One of our highest ranking operatives, I'd like both of you to investigate the matter further.
Okay. I think he lives in the hangar, I think. Or at least in that area. Oh no, he's in this zone apparently. Is he in this? Nope, that's not the door. I thought it was. I thought that would have been a room.
We may be small, but we're still strong.
Okay, so he must be in there. So, by definition, he must be in there. Why is it that he gets nicer quarters than the general? These are actually bigger quarters, I'm sure of it. And he gets his own computer. Oh, it's a food replicator.
You're here. Finally. I assume the General has briefed you. We have to be quick. And do.
I run faster than you. I don't even have a sprint to run faster.
General Jameson.
And he teleports. You gotta love the NPC ability to just teleport to where they're needed. I'm not going in the fucking middle of the night again. What a useless fucking thing. You click here, and it dumps it as 7. What? It jumps in 7-hour gaps. Like, what use is that to anyone? Just seeing where it is. Other end of the map down the river of nothingness. Then I'm teleporting, because there is no point running through. I have learned something. Fallout 3? Yeah, run through it. Fallout 4? Yeah, run through it. Skyrim? Run through it. Oblivion? Run through it. New Vegas? Skip it, because there's nothing there. Once you've already been somewhere, there is nothing there. That river, there is nothing there. There's only the Deathclaw nest on the side, and that's about it. There really is nothing in New Vegas. It's kind of disappointing. Of course, you don't notice it when you're glacially travelling along at this speed for the first time doing quests. But when you've done the quests, there actually pretty much is nothing to do. You'd think there'd be like some creature or something. Nope, nothing. Not even a tumbleweed. Oh wait, is that a tumbleweed or is that just a bush? Bush. See, it's not even a tumbleweed. There is nothing. This, no loot, no detail. It's just nothing. This is my problem with New Vegas. Because it's just how lifeless and dead it is. So one thing you can give credit to Fallout 76 is it actually does have shit going on. It might not be interesting shit, but it's more than this. See? Weird pool. And see, the only reason there's remotely anything of interest there is because there's an NCR base there, which you go to on one quest and never really has a purpose ever again, because there's nothing else around here. There's not even rocks on this hill. Random encounters, like enemies in the middle of nowhere, actually does have a purpose. Oh look, finally something. The only reason there is something is because I'm amazed if this can actually hit anything. Look, there's actually something here. So surprised, I mean, there really is so little in you. Oh no. Perk. Which shitty perk do I pick? They're all so crap. They're all so crap. There's so many that are basically, here's something for VATS or survival. Like that's very much survival. You know, there's some that's for survival. Some and so many that is just is a way to guarantee you never get any money from anything. They're just so bad. I mean, there's so many like VATS specific in a game where VATS is pretty shit. Ugh. Oh, so crap. Oh, fine. I'll take it because it's got a funny icon. Oh dear. Just need a little push to get over the rock. I'm pushing around the rock. What the f—
I'd gladly fight at your side.
What? What? He was not there before! I turn around and an NCR Ranger materialises out of nowhere.
Well, you took your time. I've scouted the exterior before, but it's been unusually quick.
Yeah, they're just engaged. The materialising Rangers and fighting a gecko.
Well, we're definitely in the right place.
Yeah, like, not exactly subtle, is it?
Let's see what we can find.
Which is less subtle. The Enclave plating on the floor of my big machine gun. Neither are very subtle.
Seems to be a maintenance elevator. Try not to fall down, will you?
Oh really? I just snuck in front of it and they didn't see me because I was sneaking. I found bunker entrance. Open terminal.
Door's locked. Make yourself useful and keep an eye out whilst I sort this out.
Sentry bots. I don't know which they're more laughable in, Fallout 4 or New Vegas. I mean, they're pretty laughable in both.
I've unlocked the door. Let's go.
Yeah, they're pretty laughable in both, actually. At least they have ammo, which is something worth looting, unlike this crap. You know, now I've done that quest, I don't need that ever again, and that was a mod added quest. They have no use for vanilla. I've only ever used in some crappy crafting recipes, but if you're better off just selling your garbage and making a bit of money out of it.
Strange. It seems the base is running on backup power systems. No sign of anyone either, just automated defenses.
Let me in.
More of this Directive 7 business.
More? That's the first thing. First time we heard anything about it. I don't think I'm supposed to hack that.
They've set up some force fields. Hopefully, we can find a way around.
And you, there's a science lab. You can tell from the science station. Because every good science lab, no matter what it's doing, needs a chemistry set bubbling away. Door. Workshop. Surprising. And tons of garbage. Also, how can a super sledge malfunction? It'd still be useful as a hammer. This is where it came in. Clearly not if there's turrets. Yeah. No, I think that's where I was. Science lab. I don't want to be in a scientistical lab. So much for that generator powering force fields. Yeah, well, it was worth a try. Great, just toilets. Nothing but toilets. Wait. Look it up.
Completely deserted. Definitely a recent development. Come on, let's keep going.
Food tables abandoned in hurry. What good is a force field that doesn't stop bullets? Seriously. What good is a force field that can't stop a bullet? Or at least slow it down?
So we can just see what's going on.
Sick bay. Vertibird Bay. Pre-operation armory. Okay, so that's a dead end. Another science lab, you can tell from the chemistry set.
You can continue leading.
Another workshop. Yeah, control room.
The control room. Excellent. Oh, you again. How delightful. Right then. I can't access the main database with the base running on backup power. I've unlocked the door down to the maintenance level. As far as I... You'll have to open the coolant pipe valve and then start...
Okay. Oh no, a sentry bot. It's so non-threatening. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, of course that console, isn't it? The floor is missing. Let's not dwell on that and let's pretend it's water. Oh no, another sentry bot! It didn't even get a shot off. They're so not threatening! Yes, let's pretend that's a pool of water and not just the floor missing.
Good work. Now, if you'll just give me a moment. Let's see. This Directive 7... Wait. We need to get back to the Henderson bunker immediately. From what I can tell, the reason this place is abandoned is because they relocated, and are about to attack the bunker with a diversion force. It's a very desperate move. Taking Searchlight Airport must have scared them. We have to move. Now!
Isn't that exactly what they want? You know, the whole point of a diversion force is to be a diversion. And what are we doing? Oh! Falling for the diversion while they relocate. Good plan there. Great plan. I mean, if you're prepared, you could loot all the food, but it's New Vegas food, so it's not even worth the effort of bothering with. I mean, it's so shitty as a healing item, it's not really worth bothering with. Funny that. Wee. Door! Wait a second. Door? I don't remember a door. No, it was just an open cave. Nothing suspicious at all, and now apparently there's a door. Might as well mark this place. Climb the easily climbable rock, so the lag doesn't kill me first. I think the lag's going to kill me first because jump doesn't work in New Vegas very reliably. Woo. Another vast expanse of oh look, a Legion death. Odd place for a death squad. Oh fuck it. They're out of range. That was a sneak attack. They knew exactly where I was because they were running straight at me, and that was still a sneak attack. How the fuck was that a sneak attack? Same one. Same guy. Maybe this is why those rangers were about. They were looking for these legionaries.
Target.
Now they're dead. The one bit of life in this vast expanse of nothing is dead. That's supposed to be a night vision scope. It doesn't even work. Oh no. Oh, he's hiding behind a cactus. Oh, and now he's just spazzing out. And now he's exploded. Yeah, there's actually something up here in this middle expanse of nowhere. Surprising. About all there is, and it's lagging out like crazy, so let's go somewhere else, but... Stretch. Stretch, stretch. Oh. And why are you all camped out here like wusses?
Form on me. We're launching a counterattack on the enemy. Attack!
And for a diversion force, they actually did a disturbingly good job. When there's only 4 guys left outside. I'm not convinced any one of these hit. Okay, this piece of shit isn't strong enough. Wants to some actual firepower. It isn't one shot. Oh, I hate it, but gotta use the layer. And that's why I hate it, because it blows you up if you use it in close range. Yes. Oh yeah, I went through Fallout 3, got like a million stim packs from that derp. Use this layer, this ridiculous sight. Oh wow, a recharger rifle. That is like one of the wussiest weapons in the entire game! Who is fatally lobbing plasma grenades? Oh, it's Arga! I saw a lot fatally lobbing plasma grenades up there. That is ridiculous.
Good work, soldier. Taking Searchlight Airport from them must have driven them to desperation. I'll have Operative Killian forward me reports of your... Also, as suspected, all our activity... I've ordered the creation of... Additionally, Operative Killian is to assist you in your endeavors should you need him.
You've done us your work. It's left of you soon. West Coast has the
Can you not just teleport behind me? That's just creepy. What does the questy journal say to do? Wait it out again. While this mess is cleaned up.
Wastelander.
Very much while this mess is cleaned up.
Now that we have Searchlight Airfield, it won't be long before we have half of the NCR on us.
Well, back to Good Springs. Wait, Frida. Wait till courier appears up my butt. And then, in return. We always play the waiting game. Tick, 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 tick. Or more tick. 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 Ugh, why is it so slow? Ugh, tedious. You clearly tell you're supposed to do this with... You still have other things to do rather than just waiting it out. Ugh. No random Enclave stop. Oh, wait. Oh, no random courier this time. Strange, I normally like sending couriers to teleport at my butt. I love that tip because there's one if there's any creature that can't survive more than 5 seconds, it's giant mantises and giant ants. They're, you know, if you shoot the antennas off them, they're probably already dead from the damage anyway. Oh dear, this guy never cleaned up. Neither does this guy's pile. Oh well. Why are the mechanics here? The lighting on this is really odd. You can sort of cuts it up. I don't know if it's just the spotlight lighting or what, but it is really odd.
I still don't understand why Gula's allowed to roam Henderson and kill the creature.
Got to find the Colonel. Who's probably in the briefing room because that actually makes sense. What kind of nonsense is this?
We may be small.
Soldier, we have a situation. Both the Brotherhood of Steel, those morons keep making.
We are still strong.
What, my friend? Oh no, my friends have found me. Whatever shall I do? I don't know. Let them know that they're my buddies and I can... This is not a problem. Yeah, if the NCR and Brotherhood can work together, I'm sure the Enclave can as well. You know, it's that sort of logic. If they can get...
We may be small, but we're still strong.
You know, if they can get along, anyone can. Because for some reason they go to the mess hall. Yeah.
Ah, you must be the person I was directed to speak to. I'm here on behalf of the We have fought various conflicts against the Enclave. We therefore ask that all documents related to the Enclave activities be turned over to return if you're
You're the man.
You decided on your answer. That depends. That is very true. I can't ignore what you've done for us.
I am friend.
You're the person I'm supposed to speak to. I have a few demands from the new Caliph. the immediate annexation of all Enclave. Return with your...
That's a typical NCR response, isn't it? we take your land.
What's on the table? True, you have been an asset to us.
So much you can either do it with
General Jameson.
each or just by being friend beast with that faction. That works just as well.
Now that we have searchlight I don't know, we have half one scientist.
Oh dear. He must be behind. No, he can't be in that. He must be. Nope! He's not where I thought he was. Derp derp. Why do I always click the wrong door?
General Jameson will lead.
Oh god, where is he now? Don't tell me he's in the floor. He's in the floor, isn't he? Oh no, pig. Maybe. Yeah, what is he doing in here?
It's time, soldier. We've had people scour the abandoned bunker for clues as to where the they've secured an old chrysalis factory to the north of New Vegas. They seem to have mustered their... Prepare yourself and meet me at our searchlight outpost ASAP.
Oh, he's lagging it. There's no way you're supposed to keep up with him, I think. Look at how fast he goes. Sorry, when I ever heard the word filthy creature, I immediately think back to Oblivion and a conversation about mud crabs. Yeah, you're clearly not supposed to keep up with him. Because look at how fast he's going. In fact, it'd be wise to make sure he actually gets there. Because unlike the other guy who teleported, Killian who teleported, this guy actually has to run. So I might as well escort him, basically. Yeah, you'd think the general would just take a fucking vertibird, but no. I think he'd just go to the vertibird hangar and disappear, but no, he runs there. This is very peculiar. Oh, fuck it, I want to change of pace. What's my armor rating on that? It's 26. Better. This is actually better, weirdly. And textures. Oh yeah, can't reset them. Derp derp. I can't reset them. Yeah, that'll make the layer retardedly powerful. Yeah, I need to sort the textures out. I thought I did, but I clearly forgot. Oh well, that's something to do. Leg it, leg it, leg it. Oh god, he's taking a weird route. Yeah. It's a good job I teleport when you wait. Cazadores! There's actually something out here! And now Searchlight's actually really, really fucking far away. It's like the other end of the map, so... I killed some Cazadores, it's all good. Yeah, kill some Kazdors, it's all good. Stretch again. No. Oh no! A radical scorpion, whatever will we do? It's a good thing these vertebrates are static props, otherwise all three of them would have on boom already.
General Jameson will lead us to glory.
Question is, where is he? Where is the general? Really, the communal beds aren't mine either. Did say Searchlight Airport, didn't it? Wait a second, is he not? He hasn't quite arrived. Oh, he just got stuck on a fence, one of the two. There he is. General must walk. Oh dear, he's gonna go from. Let's just let him teleport, shall we? Because he'll never actually get there on his own.
We've already sent forward scouts to... Good. Time to go.
Into the low-res mobile. Like, seriously, why are vertebrate textures so ass? You know, they're ass even by the standards of everything else pre-HD textures. But, like, unbelievably low-res. I love how I'm sort of sitting in the wall. Wait, are they actually all coordinated? Are they all in the old...
Okay, soldiers, this is it. All our work has culminated to...
Yeah, they are. They're actually all in the same... They're actually coordinated.
Finally rid our...
Look at them! They're actually coordinated!
It will not be an easy task, but it must be done. This is the plan.
The weapons are inconsistent. I mean, grenade launcher.
Though the main route to it will
Plasma
undoubtedly be
caster. Plasma caster.
Instead, we will push forward into a maintenance room off the highway. It is close enough.
Gauss rifle. Minigun. Grenade launcher again.
We then make our way through the factory. Once we exit,
Look at them.
clear path to the
It's an,
office.
we're an actual organised army force.
Good luck, soldiers. Let's give them hell.
He can move.
You've heard the plan. For the Enclave.
And now we're all going to pile through this very wide door. Look at them go. Nope, one of them misses the launcher. Look at them go. Everyone has to pile through that door single. If I was the enemy, I would just make sure the doors were locked. Oh, boomy cars! Not boomy cars! Oh, Jameson's down. See, that's why you don't go out without power armor on. You know, it's kind of an essential. Oh dear, boomy cars. I keep forgetting boomy. Big ass caravan. Oh. What? A bus that doesn't go kaboom? What nonsense is this? Oh, it's a half a bus, that's why. Yep, what I find funny is that despite the fact that Fallout 3 and New Vegas are much, much cruder, the buses always have a full interior with seats, while in Fallout 4 the seats are always stripped out. It's just one of those weird little things. You actually gonna go through the door, or are you just gonna mill around outside? Okay, they're just gonna mill around outside. Sometimes you gotta let them take the lead, sometimes they've got to take the lead. Oh dear, General. Oh dear.
The charges have been set. Detonate them and we'll have access to the Chrysler factory.
Oh no, we're making me use a detonator. I love the little reaction to the detonator. It's like, there is no way in hell a detonator will ever have any recoil. Like, it's just really effective. Ugh, the aiming is really bad in New Vegas. I can't actually aim at it. It always overcorrects. And everyone always moves like a fucking spaz as well. Like they're always just like, they're always just running max speed, and it's just ridiculous. They're just, the animations are just so spazzy in New Vegas. And playing it in third person I don't even think is possible. Because it's bad enough hitting anything as is. Jameson's down again. You know, if it...
Morons! When I ordered you to die for your country, I didn't mean just go and die. Put up a fight.
No, that should be given to this guy.
We're almost there, soldier. That's the office building right there. Their leader. I'll go with you.
Oh, please don't. You know, Mook Patrol, I expect to die. General Headstrong, on the other hand. Ow! Oh no, not Ripper Lunatic. Ugh, fix that fucking limb. Otherwise I won't be moving for it for the rest of my life. These towers are actually very well designed. They actually do stop all incoming fire. Just blind fire, it works surprisingly well. General's down again. How many times has he died now? 3, 4? Can't go wrong with Sunset Sarsaparilla. Can go wrong with Nuka-Cola. Oh. Did he just take a grenade? Yeah, he did just take a grenade out when he lost his gun. What the f... That's better. Massive. What? Why are the doors so wide? I don't get it. Why the doors are so fucking wide. Who leaves a safe unlocked? It just makes no sense. Like, why would you keep 2 shotguns in your... He's dead again! Seriously! I've never seen someone die so much. Ever! General dead guy again. Is he going to teleport to me this time? No. Guess I gotta go save his ass once again. Oh, he's dead again. Where is he? Ah, there. General's paper pusher. What a completely random item to have.
That was close. Traps, just like him. I'll wait up here in case he tries to escape. You continue.
Yeah, you've got to take out the goons. Because General can't do it on his own. Yeah, that's the kind of lockout I can appreciate. Where you get locked out to something just to make sure that you can't fuck up, basically. You know, it's a good thing. Also, I'm not sure if this bit of scenery is ever really used in New Vegas. I mean, this bit's obviously generic patination, but this, like, sort of little tunnel I don't think is ever actually used. Why does a hangar... Obviously this floor is quite generic, and I think it's just... Yeah, this is like generic building block sort of thing.
For General Jameson! For General Jameson!
Oh dear, the goon squad's arrived. I've buffed this boss up so it actually can take damage. You know, so it can... Otherwise it was just such an anticlimax. Like, complete anticlimax. Especially since the goon squad shows up and, like, sort of wipes them all out. I don't think this tile set was ever used. Point me out if I'm wrong, but I'm not convinced that this tile set was ever actually used. I think that's one of the Mechanist's doors. Or the Iris from Stargate, one of the two.
Ah, if it isn't General Jameson's young protege. Stay your weapon. I'd like a word.
I'm going to blow this place up.
I have a detonator right here. Now that we have that cleared up, I've been very anxious. Oh, you left me little choice. Know him? I'm presuming he still keeps that horrendous ghoul around.
I think the ghoul looks better than it was. It's less wrinkled, for sure.
Know her? We encountered her at an old lab. Suffice, but as chance would have it, that vile ghoul is, in fact, one of the General's pre-war
I don't know, your DNA records, probably.
Unaware how
Yeah, the Enclave are quite
After
smart.
he found out what we had planned for the good doctor, he grew a conscience, and seemingly so did half my army. True, very true. And may hell's gates take you!
Run away! Little coward! Why would you leave your bomb detonation button on your desk? That just makes no sense! Yeah, surely you'd have your bomb detonation cancel button behind the locked doorway, you can't get away. Not in the same room. Take a laser to the knee, blow up. And that's all this weapon can do. I don't think it's a laser, it's a beam of electricity because it's an electrical weapon, but still. Really? Sneaker's that overpowered? I mean, a suit of power armor. I have sneaking right up. He has to be in smell range, and he still doesn't really notice me. Oh no, it's Ripper guy. Boom. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is there two corpses? One of them's half phased through the ground with what looks like his leg. But he's got two... Oh god, where did the third leg come from? What the fuck? Why is there a third leg of all of a sudden? There's a third leg of all of a sudden, what the fuck? Where would that even come from? I've never seen that kind of glitch before. Some magically grows a third leg as they die. Stretchy. Yeah.
We made it small.
Teleportation again.
Soldiers, we are all in your debt. You've helped us survive against the odds, and for that, We are forever grateful. Know that you are always welcome here to use any of our facilities, and that we consider you a friend. Get some rest, soldier. You've earned it.
Bing! Oops, I think I took a wrong turn somewhere to end up in a scientistical station. Look at them. Plotting. Yeah, you kill yourselves at that. What are you doing with Deathclaw? I love how I can operate a terminal from this. Please input observe Deathclaw behaviour. What, that they're scheming and communicating? Look at them. Plotting an escape. Remember, Deathclaw are actually intelligent. More so than... arguably more so than Raiders. Oh, I have a dead end. I think I took a wrong door out of the briefing room. Ah, the double soldiers, that must be it. Okay, where's my... might as well visit my little quarters. No. Ah. Oh, she blows. Quite why mine needs a terminal door. I did just see that. Yes, I thought I saw that phase through the ground. Not the replicator. Mmm. Yum. Vitamin pills. And the uniforms, which are probably completely and utterly wrong, but let's have a look-see. Okay, so the textures on that are still working fine. You know, I'm pretty I'm not sure, did I? Yeah, I must have. So the textures on that are working fine. Textures on that one are working fine. Operative uniform? I'm just trying to get a grip of what was working, what isn't. Ugh, never know what. It's like, or was it Enclave officer? Enclave no, it wasn't Enclave operative. Yeah, that's working fine as well. Or it's near enough, anyway. I mean, first person's still, I think, normal, but who knows? So that's all working, but not the. I must have forgotten to do the Richardson power armors. Because when I chunkified the bodies, for lack of a better word, I had to. Lost the word. Derp. Reset any of the texture swaps on them. Because for some reason the layout got shuffled.
We may be small. We are still...
Don't know why, but the layout's got shuffled. Why do I get the feeling that I'm going the right way for once? Gets triplas, gets a plasma defender. Kind of sad. Like, what did you do to deserve a plasma defender? Stretch again.
General Jameson will lead us to glory.
Yeah, I love how it's like, we were being subtle before, now we put the barricades up. But we were still flying an American flag and had the really obvious Enclave radar dish, which apparently is animated. Yeah. Never noticed that before. And that is a low barricade. I mean, even like vanilla height NPCs actually almost clipping into it. That is low. Oh, you poor sod. Sent out on his own with a laser rifle. You know, a laser rifle was like pre-war military hardware. And yet it's like the shittiest weapon in 3 in New Vegas. It's so weak. Less so in 3, but in New Vegas it's like the most useless weapon in the world. Same with plasma, that's so fucking useless. It's... I don't know why they're so weak. If they're that crap, the army wouldn't use them. I swear I saw the capacitors on this thing like the vacuum tubes on this thing lighting up. Also, there isn't a way in this hell or this weapon would ever really be field worthy because of those vacuum tubes. They would just break, and that's a microscopic Cazador. I've never seen one that small. Its guts fly. Oh, that's its wing! Oh, I thought that was one of its legs. Ow. The young Cazadorian. Horrible creatures. Cazadors are a legitimate threat if they get close to you and start spam stinging. Again, part of the spazzy animations makes them a lot more dangerous than they really should have been. Oh, that one's disintegrated. I love how the big Cazador disintegrates, and yet the little baby Cazador that explodes. I love how valuable that is. Why would someone want that? Then again, I'm surprised there isn't an NPC that collects them. Like, I'll pay you 100 caps for everyone you kill. Yeah, some rich NPC who just pays you for every Cazador you kill. And you gather their poison glands as proof that you've killed them. Horrible creatures. Chat viewer needs resetting again. And we're back to that point of what the fuck do we do in New Vegas now. That's broke. Main quest, Fallout 3. Looks like we're heading back into Fallout 3's world, maybe after killing a few Cazadors. Also, I've never heard of a boat hangar before. Seriously, look at it, it's a boat hangar. It's also a Cazador nest. And the train that really disgusts me, the one-car train. Like, you would not put a mainline locomotive like this onto a single carriage train. You just wouldn't. It's bugging me now. What is that thing? Is that... Yes, it is. loop. I don't know what it's for, but there's like, why is there a loop on the side? Oh, there's a Cazador down there. Let's see, is there any signs of life? Now, we killed the Cazador in like one of the few spots where enemies respawn. There's no other life. Wait a second, my hand's clipping through something. Is that glass tube on the side of this weapon? I think it is. Yes, it is. And the fingers go through it. Weird. Well, that's weird. Yeah, but it's like nothing up here. Oh wait, there is a remnant of Bitter Springs, but I don't think there's actually anything happens there. Like, it was put in but never finished. You know, this strikes me as a corner of New Vegas that was very much just abandoned. Like, they just never finished it. No, it isn't Bitter Springs, it's just Coyote Tail Ridge. Bitter Springs is up there or whatever it is. Yeah, Bitter Springs. So put on part of New Vegas's lore, but it's also kind of a nothing entity. Like most of New Vegas, like it clearly wasn't finished.
Things are getting stranger every day.
Those cons are savages, but we can use them to our advantage.
You're the one that killed Caesar, right?
Honored to speak with you, ma'am.
See, there's all this here, but there's actually...
With House dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the
I hope you're
there's
doing well.
actually very little... There's nothing to really do.
It was you that rescued President Kim.
See, it's just a doctor. There's not actually any quests here. You'd think there would be, but no. Also, that kid's in a little too clean condition to be a refugee. In this, like, scummy camp with no showers. See, there isn't actually much to do. That's the problem. Is it's like strikes me as somewhere that was the actual location was done, but wasn't like the actual any quests that was supposed to be here were just abandoned. You can tell that there's actually been effort put into making this place, or at least some of it. You know, but it also gets to the feeling like it was never finished or even really start. You know, the environment was sort of laid down, complete with like camp rules. You know, it's got all the... It's got details, but it's not... There's nothing actually here. Like, it was supposed to have something, but... It was cut to meet that stupid deadline. You know, had New Vegas not had that stupid tight deadline for it wouldn't have been rushed, and it would have actually been a much better, and this world would have had more going on in it. But you can tell that this is just dead and light. You know, even though there's people here, it's got nothing at all. You know, it's clear that someone put effort into this place, designing it. Maybe not quite filling it out, but that could be more. Consoles couldn't handle it more so than unfinished. I mean, New Vegas actually had to be toned down because the consoles couldn't handle it. Oh.
This is it. War is almost upon us.
See, this shack's been boarded up because I couldn't be bothered, couldn't finish it. Try to figure out where that vertibird landed. Oh, must have been nothing. Oh, there they go. Random encounter mod to try and give some life to New Vegas. Is there anything worth hanging on this bit of guts? No, there really isn't much. So, Bitter Spring strikes me as somewhere that should have... Yeah, with all the backstory surrounding it, you would assume it would have actually had something going on in it, rather than just being, oh, it's there. That's where it was. It's full of refugees. Yeah, you'd think that it would actually have something going on in it, but it doesn't. And the same could be said about most of New Vegas, is that while there should be stuff going on, there isn't. This boss has been stripped out Fallout 4 style. There's nothing left. Again, another shack that should... Does this one actually have something in it? Oh, this one actually has shit in it. Its status seems to imply it's pre-war. Why a pre-war building is in such a shithole state. Like someone badly repaired it. Also, fun fact, a 12.7mm round is basically a 50 cal. It's what it is. It's the metric equivalent of a 50 cal. Rough. You know, it's rough enough that it's actually pretty much the same round. Cause you can tell from like the Cazadors and the detailed Bitter Springs that this place was supposed to actually have something going on, but it just doesn't. There's a bit about Camp... what camp was it called? Camp Guardian had a little bit of something in the cave, but again, that felt like it wasn't really... Nothing comes of it. You know, that's the only bit of content up in this corner. And that one ends here. Let's just see. What is there actually anything in? Yeah, there's a ranger station that you have to go to, and that the Crash B29. You could yeah. So this place was clearly supposed to have more content in it because there's, you know, Bitter Springs is too well. You know, well, it's basically too heavily into the New Vegas lore to be such a nothing place. Maybe it was the point that maybe Bitter Springs was supposed, you know, was at that point where it was the old shit we've got to finish, and let's cut Bitter Springs because we've only really just started on it, sort of thing. It's that's the sad thing with New Vegas is there's so much that it could have been had it actually been finished and the console's not restricting it. Because the Xbox 360 and PS3 really did restrict it. More so than the engine did. And Gamebryo is restrictive, it's kind of on its last legs and it's restrictive. I love how combat music started now. Oh, wait, that's why. But, you know, you get the feeling that if it wasn't for the fact that the graphical, anything graphical, you can say is more of the console's problem. You know, it's a combination of console and engine problems. While content, I think is more a case of New Vegas was rushed, and it is obvious that it was rushed. You know, once you just get past Nipton, it becomes pretty obvious that New Vegas was rushed. I mean, you come across life quite consistently, you know, past until you go past Nipton. And once you go past Novak, that's pretty much it for life. Apart from the little tiny settlements, that's really pretty much it for the life in New Vegas. It's a sad thing. You know, a combination of factors led to it being worse than it could have been. It could have been better. There could have been more content. Remember, you have to remember that Oblivion existed on this engine. And Oblivion has more content than I think Fallout 3 and New Vegas combined in terms of quests. It's something that the Elder Scrolls games have always done. They've always been bigger than the equivalent in Fallout. It's weird, but it is actually one of the weird things about it. I mean, take a look at Skyrim. The world is like 4 times bigger. Actually, no, I think it's a bit bigger than that. It's at least 4 times. It's 4 times bigger than Fallout 4. But the Fallouts have always been denser. There's always been more stuff going on in them, except New Vegas, where there kind of isn't anything. You know, you typically have a nice big dense city, but New Vegas doesn't even have that. New Vegas itself isn't that dense. You know, I wouldn't say it compares to, like, the Imperial City, for example, in Oblivion, or you know, it's like more, even with, you know, what's it called now, Freeside? Even with Freeside attack as New Vegas, it's still not that overly impressive a city. It could have been better. The outskirts aren't nowhere near as dense as they could be, because, well, that's probably Gamebryo and consoles couldn't handle it. But there's a lot that could have been better. You can tell that the ideas were there, the lore was there, everything's there. It's just never actually finished. Where is this trying to point me? I'm just wondering where it's trying to point me. Because I know the station's in New Vegas. But it's trying to point me down south. What the f... Wait, it's not trying to point me Good Springs, is it? No, Good Springs is here. No, where it's trying to point me. So, if I look at a perfectly straight line... Because I'm above... roughly at the midpoint, so it can't be pointing me at... Maybe at the midpoint? Because let's face it, New Vegas' map is pretty much... Well, you can almost fit it on one zoomed out scroll. It is not a big map. Not helped by... But, weirdly, even though it's a smaller map than Fallout 4, it feels bigger because you can't just straight line it absolutely anywhere you want to go, because you do come across this magical thing called a cliff. Unfortunately, you also come across nothing in your way, so that makes it feel empty. Fallout 4 could have done with being... It was... You know, to criticise Fallout 4's world, it is way too dense. It's too dense. It could have done with just a little more extra space with less in it. Nowhere near New Vegas levels. I mean, this takes empty space to a new low. But it could have done with a little... Fallout 4 could have done with more things to just get in your way, like cliff faces and such. No, not one that you can just walk around, take 5 seconds to run around. It's things to block your line of sight, because let's face it, from here, I can't... I'm pretty high. Let's stand on top of this turd. And let's see. I cannot see Good Spring. Let's see. I can see New Vegas. I can see Camp Golf. I can see the rest of... I can't see no... I can see Boulder City. I can't see Novak. Actually, I can see Novak because there's the dino there. But I can't see Cottonwood Cove. I can't see Good Springs. I can't see Nipton. Fallout, this is not the highest spot on the map, and it's not the low, and it's much higher than the surrounding area. Fallout 4, the entire map is on a slope down to the coast. So, pretty much from Sanctuary Hills, you can see pretty much the entirety of the map. Which is not a good thing. There's nothing to block your line of sight. Black Mountain and the mountains surrounding it in the middle of New Vegas do block your line of sight and basically split the map into two. And they do a good job of that. It makes the world feel, it makes a very small world feel a lot bigger. Even though it is very empty. I mean, there's no cars on the road. I mean, there's no life. Not even much in the way of things that aren't just rocks and trees. There isn't much here. But, again, it's got that line of sight thing. You can't see the entire map from where you are. Fallout 4, it feels so small. It's small, and it feels small because of how... Well, you can see pretty much everywhere from Sanctuary Hills, so... Not a good thing. You can see pretty much... in most given spots, you can see an absolutely enormous portion of the map. Only in a city where the buildings block your way will you actually see anything that isn't like a complete view of the map. Oh dear, they all clustered together and blew up together. Oh, pathetic. But because New Vegas isn't basically a big hill, I mean, let's face it, from here, let's stand on top of this highway and do another comparison. Basically, pick the tallest spot in the area. I can't, and it's not because of the draw distance, I can't really see Novak I can't see Novak anymore. Obviously I can see New Vegas. And here a vertebra there. That's a long way away. That's good. You know, I can't see much. Because the world is flat with a big mountain in the middle of it. You know, it's relatively flat with a big mountain in the middle of it. Unlike Fallout 4, which is a big perpetual hill, so you can pretty much see absolutely everything. You know, the only place in America, really, where you can say that where unbroken line of sight should be allowed, weirdly, is like Miami and Florida, because Florida is really, really flat. It's like really flat. I think the Dutch have more elevation than Florida does. And let's face it, the Netherlands does not have a lot of elevation. They're well known for how flat it is. But I think Florida's actually flatter, because at least with the Netherlands there is a bit that's actually above sea level and bits that are below, while Florida it's all like the exact same height. I'm pretty sure like the tallest point in Florida is only like 100 foot off the ground. You know, above sea level. It's not much at all. Is that Enclave team drop in? It's near, around here somewhere, wasn't it? I think it was Repcon Factory, wasn't it? Yeah, who knows? But yeah, there's my problem. I mean, Fallout 3 I think did it well. It had lines of sight broken. It had the city. It had the wasteland. And yes, while its wasteland was limited and empty because of Gamebryo, there was always something within range that wasn't mod added. There was always some, no matter where you weren't too far away from something that would try and kill you. Or was your friend. What the is that the Enclave fighting old bottomites? They've escaped! They've escaped! There's a bit more life now we're in New Vegas itself, but there's still not much in the way of things going on. I think the random encounter system from Fallout 3 would have really benefited vanilla New Vegas. Just give something going on, like have like the encounter spots. Fallout 4 has them, and you know, when you go through a location, it's not always exactly the same like it is in New Vegas. Like, for example, I approach this grub stop. There's always a Bloody Legion death squad coming from that side of the other side of this bridge. Always. New Vegas is very static. And the problem is, in a lot of the places, the static does not work to its advantage. You know, some places should be static, like around Good Spring should be pretty static. But, you know, because that's starter area, you don't want that going up if you freak accent level. But you don't want to make everywhere else static, because it makes it boring. Oh, you know, you go to an location, oh, this will only ever contain low-level geckos. Even though it's a part of the map that's much higher level. You go somewhere else and it's, oh, this location will only contain bighorners. They never get better either. It's, oh, this location always has bark scorpions and one big giant rad scorpion. You know, the random encounters gave a little bit of just the bits of nowhere. It gave them a bit of abnormality. Things differed. You know, by not being exactly the same, it made it better. The aerospace park. Airtech office. Possibly the most abandoned area in New Vegas. There's like one tiny little quest there, I think. I don't know if I did it on the stream or not. But that's it. And you get the feeling this was supposed to have more as well. I mean, again, another location that clearly had effort put into that has no relevance to anything.
glad the president is still here to help us. Welcome, sister.
Yeah, I've already been here. Well, that was that one little quest gone. I was hoping there was something left there, but no. Just a quick thing. Things each of the big, like 3D Fallout games do. 4 of them now, I guess, if we're counting 76 or 70 shits. Although I wouldn't even give 70 shits about it. I wouldn't even give 8 shit about it. But you know, so if I count it, just not counting 76, just Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas. Writing, undeniably, New Vegas is best. You really can't, you know, the general writing for like the quests and sub-quests are better generally. The side quests in particular are much, you know, like the main quest itself of just can be summed up as go here, do this. It's interact with, deal with fact. It's basically get to New Vegas, that bit's in, you know, hunt for New Vegas, that bit's interesting. Then it devolves into go here, deal with this faction, go here, deal with this faction, oh, you've done all of that, oh, okay, time to start the anticlimactic final battle. It really is, that bit of the main quest is just awful. There's no, and then Hoover Dam is such an anticlimax. It's just a disappointment. You know, it's all that build up and it's like, ugh, it's like 10 soldiers because the engine can't take any more.
You need a bodyguard? Hire me.
So it's like, you know, I don't like the main quest in New Vegas. I think it's very weak. I think it's a very weak main quest. Oh no, the thugs actually won. But, you know, the main quest I think is very weak, but I think the side quests are very strong. In terms of spectacle, it's a toss-up between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Both of the main quests are not the strongest, but they're not as weak as New Vegas is. And they definitely have this... And as long as you go with, like, really with the Brotherhood, you get a lot of spectacle with Liberty Prime. So I'll give it to Fallout 3 because, well, let's face it, you also get the Enclave, which are a spectacle. So, in terms of visual spectacle, Fallout 3 wins. In terms of world, Fallout 3. In terms of general aesthetic, I would say Fallout 4. That's going to be contentious. I know people don't. You either like the very strong 50s style of Fallout 4, or you don't. I'm personally not. I don't think the style is. I think the style is very, very consistent in Fallout 4. While in New Vegas, some of the darker Fallout 3 stuff sort of. I've ran out of time, haven't I? I'm hearing motions. But, you know, so Fallout 3, I think it's relatively consistent, but I just think it's too dark and too grimy. It doesn't really fit with the nuclear age that Fallout's supposed to have. It's more Art Deco, and it works, but I don't think it works as well as Fallout 4. I think Fallout 4's aesthetic works very well. You know, it's got a very 50s version of the nuclear-powered future sort of thing going on. Well, oh yeah, the station's in this zone. Derp, derp. I just want to park myself outside the station so I know what I'm doing. But, it's companions, New Vegas, but it could just be because that was my first. That and they seem to have a bit more reaction. I can't, you know, as much as like Piper and Nick Valentine are sort of shoved down your throats, I don't particularly care. Nick Valentine's fine, Piper annoys me a bit. But the rest of them are kind of nothings. Well, New Vegas, they've all got stories, all got things. Fallout 3, again, I kind of forgot some of them even existed. So, yeah, that's kind of a kiss of death, isn't it, for that? But yeah, overall, they've all got the good points and they've all got the bad points. Ugh, where's the door? Don't want to save it in it, but anyway, I've run out of time. So anyway, that's the end of the video. Subscribe or donate if you want. Oh, it's not a video, it's a stream, derp. But that's the end of the stream. Subscribe or donate if you want. Donation links in the description as per usual, as is a list of all past live streams. Thank you for watching. Good. Bye. I can't keep that up. Anyway, that's the end. Goodbye. I can't keep the bye up for very long anymore. I've got a bit of a cold, so have sympathy. Anyway, that's the end. Goodbye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.